Good morning, all of you. Today, take your textbook and take the question number 5. 5 in the textbook. That is page number 108. Read that question. Find the least number which must be added to each of the following numbers to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square so obtained. Okay. Which should be added. Last class we discussed we want to find out a number which should be subtracted from a given number to get a perfect square. Now we want to discuss if a number, if we want to add to get a perfect square, how we find out that number. For example, one question 525. One number is given 525. The question is which number we should add with this 525 to get a perfect square. We know this 525 is not a perfect square, but which number we should add. Okay, if it is a smaller number, if it is 3-digit number, it is very easy because we know the squares of the numbers from up to 4-digit we know. So it will be easy. Now if it is a larger number, how we find out this method? So we can start from a smaller number with a 3-digit. So the given number is not a perfect square, but we want to make it as perfect square by adding one number. So which number we should add? So which method we can follow for that? For that, here also we find the square root of the number using division method, long division method. Starting from ones place and tens place, we place one bar. Next 100 place. Find out a square number just below 5, that is 4. Its square root is 2. Say that number will be the divisor and quotient. Then 2 into 2, 4. Subtract. Bring down the next 2 places from the next bar. So next double of 2, 4. And which number we should write to get a number just below this 125? If it is 43 into 3, what will be? 129. So it will be 2. So here also 2. Then 42 into 2, that we know 84. Then subtract 41. Now here we find out, when we find out the square root of 525, we got the quotient as 22 and 1 get a remainder 41. So this the number should be that square root of 22 is greater 20 square. 22 square is less than this 525. So next square number is what? Here we got the quotient 22. Which is the next number after 22? It will be 23. Okay. So that 23 square, that should be greater than this 525. So next we are finding 23 square. 23 square is how much? That we know 23 square, it will be 529. Find out this square of 23 square, that we will get a 529. So which number we should add to get this number as a perfect square? For that we subtract 529 minus the given number 525, it will be 4. And also find the square root of the perfect square number so formed. Okay, so it will be which what square root of this 529? It will be 23. Square root of 529 is equal to 23. That way we can find out that which number should be added to get a perfect square number. One more example. If the number is 1750, which number we should add to 1750 to get a perfect square? So first we find out the square root of the given number. What will be the remainder like that? Which number we should take in between 17? It will be 4. 4 into 4, 16. Okay. So 16, subtracting we get 1. Next bring 50. Next double of 4, 8. 4 which number we should write on the ones place? 82, it will be greater than 82 into 2, it will be greater than 150. So 81 we can take. Same number here also. 81 into 1, 81. Then subtract. It will be 69. Okay. Now 41 square. Is it for that 41 square? It should be less than 1750 because we got a remainder. Okay. So 41 square, it should be less than 1750. Why? Because when we factorize this, we got a remainder. So then take the next number. After 41, next number is 42. Then find out the 42 square will be how much? Okay. 42 square, we can find out its square number. 42 square we find out. Then its square we will get 1764. Then we want to find out what will be 42 square. Then answer for the question, which number we should add to get a perfect square. Now 1764 is a perfect square. So with this number, given number 1750, which number we should add to get this? For that we can subtract 1764 minus 1750. So 4, 6 minus 5, 1. So the required number which should be added is 14. And also what is the square root of 1764? That is easy. 1700 square root of 1764 is equal to 42. Okay. This is the method which number we should add. So this type of 4 question we discussed. First, for a perfect square number, for a given number, to get a perfect square, which number we should multiply and which number we should divide. That type of question. In that case, we want to find out the square root using prime factorization method. If the question is which number we should add or subtract, in that case we use long division method and find out that using that remainder. And in this case it is very easy. Okay, just after which number we got as the quotient, then take the next number, then that square, its square we want to subtract from the if the quotient we got here 41. What is the next number after 41? 42. Then its square we find out 1764. Then that number minus given number, we will get which number we should add. So all of you understand that 4 method. If it is multiplication, division and addition and subtraction. Okay, don't be confused. Next class we can discuss what will be how we can find out the square root of a decimal number. Okay, thank you.